You're floating in low Earth orbit, running a routine spacewalk when you hear it. A hiss. A tiny puncture in your suit, smaller than a grain of rice. Your instruments start screaming. You have about 15 seconds before you black out. 15 seconds to fix it, or 15 seconds to die. So what actually happens to your body when the pressure around you drops to zero? Let's break it down second by second because it's nothing like the movies show you. Second zero. The moment that seal breaks, the pressure difference between the inside of your suit and the vacuum of space is instant and brutal. Air doesn't slowly leak out, it rushes out, like a soda can shaken up and cracked open. Except you're the can. Seconds 1 through 3. The oxygen in your lungs is now trying to expand rapidly because gas always moves from high pressure to low pressure. If you hold your breath here, your lungs can actually rupture from the inside, which means the single most important thing you could do in this moment is exhale. The one time in your life holding your breath will actively kill you faster. Second 5, this is where Hollywood lies to you. You are not going to explode. Your skin is elastic and strong enough to hold your body together against the vacuum. What you will do is swell. Your body's saliva, the moisture in your eyes, the fluid just under your skin starts to boil. Not from heat, from pressure. This is called ebullism, and it happens because water boils at lower temperatures when there's less pressure pushing down on it. Your body isn't cooking. It's basically depressurizing like a bag of chips at altitude, just with much higher stakes. Second 9, your skin and eyes may visibly puff up, like you just got hit with the world's worst allergic reaction. Uncomfortable, disorienting, but survivable, at least for now. Second 10 to 15, here's the part that actually gets you. Not the pressure, the oxygen. Without air pressure, your blood can't deliver oxygen to your brain properly. You'll start to feel the same lightheaded confusion as standing up too fast, except it doesn't pass. Your vision tunnels. Thinking gets slow, like trying to run an app on a phone that's been open 40 tabs deep since 2019. This is called hypoxia, and it's the real threat in the room. Second 15, you lose consciousness, not because your body failed catastrophically, because your brain simply ran out of oxygen, the same way it would if you were choked out or stuck at a dangerously high altitude with no oxygen mask. Now here's the twist most people don't expect. Unconsciousness at 15 seconds is not the same as death. You actually have a window, roughly 90 seconds, where if pressure is restored and you get oxygen again, you can be revived with little to no permanent damage. NASA has tested this. In 1966, during a vacuum chamber test, a technician's suit failed and he was exposed to a near vacuum for about that same window. He passed out around 14 seconds in and was successfully revived once pressure was restored. He later said the last thing he remembered was feeling the saliva on his tongue start to boil. He survived with no lasting injuries. So the body isn't as fragile as movies want you to believe, and it isn't as durable as science fiction wants you to believe either. It's somewhere much stranger in between. A system that can take a hit from the vacuum of space itself and still have a fighting chance as long as someone gets there in time. Past that 90-second mark, though, things change fast. Lack of oxygen starts causing real brain damage, and past about 2 minutes with no pressure and no oxygen, survival odds collapse completely. Your heart, deprived of oxygen, goes into cardiac arrest. This is the true killer in a depressurization event, not the vacuum ripping you apart, but your own body quietly running out of the one thing it needs to keep functioning. Compare this to something you've actually felt. That dizzy, foggy feeling after standing up too fast, or the lightheadedness on a flight before the cabin fully pressurizes. Your body is doing a much smaller, much safer version of the exact same emergency response, dialing down function to protect your brain. Multiply that sensation by 100, remove the oxygen entirely, and you've got a rough idea of what those first 15 seconds actually feel like. The wild part is this exact vulnerability exists because of how insanely well adapted your body is to one very specific environment, an atmosphere pushing down on you with about 14 pounds of pressure per square inch at every moment, your entire life without you ever noticing it. Your cells, your blood, your lungs, all calibrated to that exact pressure. Take that pressure away, and your body doesn't fail because it's weak. It fails because it's precisely tuned to a world it assumes will never change. So the next time you take a normal breath, or feel the plane cabin repressurize, or even just stand up too fast and feel that flicker of dizziness, That's your body running the same emergency protocol it would run in the vacuum of space, just turned down to a whisper. You've been surviving a version of this your entire life. You just never noticed the safety net until you imagined it disappearing.